Hello and welcome to another Amazon Seller live stream. My name's Simon. I'm a seven-figure Amazon seller in the UK, and I do these live streams every Monday and Thursday where I talk about Amazon, answer any questions you've got about Amazon, talk about my Amazon experience, and just generally just hang out and chat and talk about business and Amazon basically. But I'm here to help you. This is your mentorship call essentially. And you can ask me any questions you want about Amazon, and I'm here to answer them to the best of my ability. And yeah, just here to hang out and chill. And my God, today has been absolutely insane. But we'll give it a chance for everyone to jump in. I woke up from a nap about 20 minutes ago because I was absolutely shattered. My brain today was absolutely mushed. Yeah. I think Built to Grass the same. He's absolutely just crashed out today. Hey, Adrian, how's it going? Hey, Helen, how's it going, guys? And girls, man, my brain was absolutely mushed today. Honestly, it's been such a crazy day on Amazon. It's just been insane. Start from last night at midnight. The A2A deal has been popping off. It's just been insane. It's been crazy. I was looking at this, 7,800 times by 2. It's 15.5 grand on one order on Amazon on A2A. 15,600. That was fun. I kind of wish I'd ordered more now as well. So anyway, we'll let a few more people jump in. And if you've got any questions, then feel free to throw them out there. But yeah, it's absolutely crazy. And what we'll do is look at some of my results as well. But yeah, oh my God. Actually today, honestly, I was so mentally fatigued. It was just ridiculous. So if you don't know what's going on and why I'm being so tired, midnight last night, Amazon's Black Friday week started, and it was just absolutely crazy. From midnight, it was just hundreds, if not thousands of deals and pings. I'm not saying they're all good, just pinging. And for about 2 hours last night from midnight, I was just literally going through all the deals, and it was just crazy, and spent a lot of money on stuff. And then had to go to bed, woke up today, and it was just non-stop all day. Even managed to squeeze in some Cogita orders as well, believe it or not, in between. So in between when things slow down A2As, I managed to get some Cogita orders. We've actually screenshotted here, so I'll bring them up in a minute. But yeah, absolutely crazy. And honestly, I don't know how much I spent this week, but it's got to be at least 60k, I reckon. It's got to be at least 60k. It has to be more. But yeah, I'm going to guess 60, but I need to add it up at some point. But yeah, it's been absolutely crazy. So, oh man, yeah, but it's just been a busy, and this week, does anyone else remember, anyone who's obviously an existing seller, that Black Friday last week was this good? Because this year it's been absolutely amazing. I mean, this month has been amazing for deals, and this week is just like popped off. I can't even wait to like actual Black Friday on the 28th of November. But yeah, I'm not even searching the OA deals today. I don't know if there's any yet. I'm sure there's loads out there, but I've not even searched them. It's just been absolutely crazy. Let's have a look. My actual Amazon's picking up as well, which is quite nice. So, I'll screenshot it from over here, basically. So let me just zoom out a bit. Let's see how my Amazon is doing. So today is a pretty good day, which is not too bad. So my numbers are picking up again, which is quite nice. Back to normal, essentially. So we're back to that kind of £10,000 a month sort of numbers, basically. So 333 a day is about 10,000 a month. So which is pretty nice. So we're back to those kind of numbers. ROI is not too bad as well, to be fair. And the day's not even over yet. So, you know, I might get a few more sales there. Might end up getting to, who knows? I don't know what will end up. Maybe at 400 if I'm very lucky. But that's today so far, so it's pretty good. Can't complain too much about that. What was yesterday? Yesterday wasn't too bad. Obviously not as good today. Yesterday was like 240. So bigger ROI though. So yeah, that was yesterday. So things have started to sort of pick up a little bit as I've got more stock going into Amazon. I had a dreadful last week of October and first 2 weeks of November, but they're picking up again now for me. So that's not too bad. 36% ROI there. And then my month to date, which is a bad month because the first 2 weeks were terrible, but it is slowly accelerating now. It is slowly. I might get to 5 if I'm very lucky. But this is my month to date so far, which is a really bad month for November. Like I say, the first 2 weeks are pretty much a write-off. That's where we are so far in the month. So those are the numbers I'm doing. So actually my ROI is going up quite nicely. So, but yeah, so there we are basically. Oh man, but yeah, it's pretty good. And what have I been doing? I've been this month even. I've been just sourcing so much and buying so much. But just today alone, I don't know how much I spent, but I did some good Cogita orders, by the way. So anyone who doesn't know what Cogita is, it's a wholesale platform. It's got, I think it's like 600 wholesalers now on there from all over Europe and UK. And you can order from those wholesalers on the website without having to call them up and firstly find them, then call them up, then open the account, and then hit their sort of minimum order values, although Quick Eater does have those. But you can order from these wholesalers on this website, and the way that I do it, which I've covered in the past, is using a service called Quick Eater Price Drops, which is run by my younger brother. Essentially what we do is we monitor Quick Eater constantly for any kind of price drops or deals, and then I analyze them and buy them basically as the service is available. So I've not mentioned it below, but yeah, anyway, if you want to sign up to Quick Eater, you can get £100 off your first order with the code FBA Mogul. So that's in the description. Link for that and codes in the description. But yeah, this is my this is what I've been doing on Quick Eater so far. Quick Eater was a little bit, oh god, we're all over the place here. There we go. Quick Eater was a little bit slow actually. Towards I think like last month I think, and maybe earlier this month as well. You know, but things go on and off. Things go hot and cold. And for me, Quick Eater just went a little bit iffy. I wasn't ordering too much on there. There weren't that many great deals. But suddenly, this kind of past week or so, I've been really looking on there. I've been really surprised at how many good deals there have been. So you can see here, 14th of November, 6,800 quid, 18th, 4 grand. Plus another 1,500, then 6K in... Oh, actually, yeah, beginning of November, 6K, and then that nice big 10 and a half. It was 11 grand order, basically. And then today, I also smashed an order in for about 5,700. So... You know, ROIs aren't the highest on, you know, Quick Eater. Every single one of those ones basically is a perfume or aftershave. There isn't a single thing in there that isn't one of those. So it is Paco Rabanne, it is Versace, it is Jean Paul Gaultier, it is oh god, I can't remember. YSL, Gucci. What else have I got in there? Any other brands? I feel like that's pretty much covered. I'm sure there's one or two brands I've forgotten to mention there, but I think for the most part, that is that's pretty much it in terms of the brands that I'm selling. But yeah, so and in terms of ROIs on those ones that I've ordered there, probably going to be around 15 to 20%, I'd say. But some of those ones might pop off. They've got big potentials because they're all just like, you know, perfumes, aftershaves. A few of those I've bought where I'm only making about 15% ROI, £5 profit, but there's like no one else in stock. So by the time I get them and send them into Amazon, I think I might be the only FBA seller on those listings. It's really crazy. So I think I can ask not what I want, but put the prices up. And obviously in December, especially around sort of, I don't know, 10th, 15th of December, maybe even 20th December, I think I'll be able to get like, I don't know, £15, £20 profit per unit, which is like, you know, crazy ROIs. So yeah, I think there's a few there where I'm taking, little gambles on, where I'm like, worst case scenario, I might make 15% ROI, you know, 3, 4, actually I don't think I've ever gone down to three, but like £4, £5 profit per unit. But there's a very good chance they could pop off. You know, to higher profits, and that will be then a balancing game between me and trying to do sales velocity and profit per unit, basically. So, so Adrian's got a great question here. When you're buying electrical items on Quick Eater, how do you know what plug you get? So that is a good question. It's very difficult. What I'd say is everything is determined on there by the GTIN number. So what you could do is you could search that GTIN number on Amazon, on Google, and just have a look and see kind of what plug that's going to come with. In theory, if there's like two versions or something, and there's a European version and a UK version, it should have different barcodes. I'm pretty sure that's correct. But yeah, that's the only way basically to do that because they're technically different products. So that would be the only way, really. But yeah, I'll be honest, there's a lot of European wholesalers on there. So there's a very good chance, if you're not careful, you could get European plugs. So that's something to look out for and watch out for, basically. But yeah, use those GTI numbers to your advantage and use ChatGPT, you know, use Google and just ask, basically. But I'll be honest, I had not bought much. Mainly because I've just not seen them. I've not bought any electricals, I don't think, from... No, I have. I tell a lie. I one time bought these, they were battery operated. There's the things that you use in your clothes to like get rid of fuzz. I think I bought a crap load of those on there actually. They were quite good. But yeah, that's about the only electrical I can really think of off the top of my head that I've gotten from Quick Eater. It's pretty much been aftershaves, perfumes. I mean, I'm just trying to think if there's any other brands in this. It just gives you a good idea of the brands that I sell. Let me just open up these orders here and I'll tell you again. if you've got CSI skills, you can just zoom in on my eyeballs here and and see what brands. So Gucci, Jean Paul Gaultier, Versace, YSL in that order. I did one order. Oh yeah, sorry, I missed a brand here. Carolina Herrera. So I've got a couple of ones of those as well. I mentioned Paco as well. Yeah, actually, there's 2 or 3. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4 Carolina Herreras in that order. Another order for just Jean Paul Gaultier. Oh, Chloe. Another. Here you go. An order for Chloe. 45 units of a Chloe. Oh yeah, I did get a Dior. I had to buy that to add up my minimum order value when I was ordering from one of these suppliers to get. So what supply? Yeah, there are minimum value orders on some suppliers, and some of them give you discounts the more you spend. And then one of these ones I was trying to get the spend right up, and I ended up adding some Dior. I can't actually sell Dior on Amazon. That's one of the few brands I can't sell. When it comes to, there's 2 big brands I can't sell on Amazon when it comes to fragrances. Dior's one of them, which I think is a really hard ungate. And another one that I used to be able to sell in the past, but I can't now because I'm regated on it. I'm not sure if it got hard gated or not. It was not hard gated to be fair, but if it, I don't know. But it's called Guerlain or something like Guerlain. I think it's called Guerlain. I sold a lot of that in the past. I noticed this week I was going to buy some of that brand, and that was gated. I was like, oh my god, why have I been regated on that? So that's like the only band. So Guerlain's the only one I've noticed of being regated on. I've sold DKNY in the past. Honestly, that was a pretty bad brand, to be fair. Tom Ford, actually. I bought some Tom Ford. I'm not getting on that either. So I bought a couple of little eBay jobbies here. Maybe a personal. Although saying that, I've got freaking aftershave coming out my, the wazoo, basically. I've got so much aftershave. It's ridiculous. I've got enough aftershave to last me a lifetime. But yeah, Mercedes, another one. Paco, Moschino. I forget all these brands. Moschino is another brand I bought there. I think that's pretty much it. That's pretty much got it covered for those orders this kind of month anyway. So I've been ordering a lot, and it's a great website, honestly. Cogita, just like with any kind of sourcing method, it gets hot and cold. There's times where it's a bit rubbish, a bit slow. Feels like you're not finding anything, then bam, you get loads of deals, and it's like you're making 5, 10. Actually, on some of those ones, it was actually crazy. I'm trying to think which one it was now. There's one of the... I've just closed them all down. All my orders. There was one of them. I actually know which one it is now. I'm not going to say which one it is to you guys, but it's a... let me open this one up. It's a Versace. No, is it? No, hang on. Yeah, this is a Versace one. And this one here, my God, I'm making a fortune on this one. This one here, I'm just searching the GTI on Amazon now. Same listing, right? Yeah, I just saw 2 of the same listings there. And this one here it's gone down a bit maybe. £9, I thought it was more than this, £9.30 profit each. No, that's, hang on. I should be able to get, £12 profit per unit. I managed to get like 120 of those. So that was pretty nice. I think I got 120 and I ordered from another supplier as well. But I think in I say Q4 already in there. When it goes to Christmas though, I could even push that price up to like... Oh, where are we looking here? Yeah, a little bit more to like probably about this price. About £16 profit per unit, and that sells. It does. It's not the craziest seller. It's 100 to 300 per month, but there's literally just like no FBS sellers left, basically. So yeah, that looks a really exciting one. There's some. Honestly, I'm being surprised. And some aftershaves and perfumes, there've been a lot of sellers on them, and other ones they've just been like. Just like derelict, basically, like barely anyone on them. It's like no one can get the stock. I don't know, it's really weird. So it's an interesting one to look out for, to be fair. That could be an interesting one to use Keeper Product Finder with, actually, to try and find these ones, because there's been some opportunities where I was like, oh, I'm really surprised there's like no one on these. And they sell really well as well. What was another one I bought? Oh man, I'm trying to think now. I think it was a Jean Paul Gaultier one. And there's just like no one on the listing. I think it's this one. Not sure. It's having a look. I'm looking at Amazon now, so you guys can't see this, but I'm just trying to on the rate what I'm looking at, and I think it was this one. I can't remember though. Yeah, this one has literally got one FBA seller on it. That's it. It's got one FBA seller, and the guy's got barely any stock, and then that's it. And then it's literally, yeah, that's it basically. So I'm like, what? And that sells. It's not the fastest seller again. It's 50 times a month, basically. 50 times a month on that one. But yeah, I think they'll go to 100 maybe, but yeah, this is no one selling. It's crazy. Don't forget, guys, you got any questions, throw them out there. So long I can talk for. But yeah, so I don't know if you've got many viewers today. Let's have a look, actually. It's been a bit quiet on the old. I guess everyone's buying A2A. Maybe it'll be a short one today, but no. And then obviously doing the A2A today, it's just been absolutely crazy. I've got to say, and I probably shouldn't say this publicly, but Arbisource has been freaking on top today. Been absolutely amazing. So yeah, that's been a fantastic bit of software for getting deals, A2A deals. And yeah, if anyone wants me to analyze the deal, by the way, if you've got an ASIN you're not sure about, throw it out there and I'll have a look. As long as you don't mind me doing it publicly, I can throw it up on the screen and we can analyze it. But yeah, it's just been absolutely crazy today. So yeah, I've talked about A2A in the past. I mean, it's just it is just, I don't know, it's a cheat code basically to money. It really is. And I actually got a really nice one today. I was able to 999 it, but turns out it wasn't such a great one. What do I mean by that? I mean, I was able to get like 999 of them, which is like the max you can order in one order. Actually, no, technically I think 1,000. Sorry. But yeah, I always do 999. And I normally get really excited by that, but unfortunately, the stock just stayed in for ages. It was just one of those ones where the stock was in like 5 hours later. You could still buy it for that same price. I was like, oh yeah, I'm probably not gonna go ahead with that order. But pretty much everything else I bought, I was really happy with. Like some crazy orders. Let's go through them basically. So like, in terms of spend, like this one here wasn't too much, £67 for some stuff. I got another one here for £180, £214, £137. By the way, every one of these you can just times by 3, because I was able to pretty much all these 333 them. £227 for those, £600, £180. That 999 one, which I'll tell you what it is, it was a Sistema Heat and Eat microwave set. That was £9,000, but I'm not going to go ahead with that order. Another £900 order there, £7,800 order there. Okay, don't times that one by 3 because I've not 3x that one. I just have 2x that one. 450, 100. Maybe the spend's not as much as you think. I don't know. Well, then they do another 800 spend, another 180. It just adds up basically. And I've done some on some other accounts as well. So. Yeah, so Brad saying, best advice I could give to a new seller. Yeah, that's good. I will give you some advice. So the first thing I'd say is be patient. Amazon takes time. It is a simple business, but not an easy business. It's a simple business, not an easy business. So the concept is very simple, but it's not necessarily easy to do. So it does take practice and it takes time to build. I was talking to my mentees today and we're having a discussion about, in fact, 2 of my mentees actually, we were talking about the whole thing of like, velocity versus like holding on for profit. So one argument is get the stock in, get it sold, have your ROI, repriced down to like 10-15% and just get it in, get it sold, get it out, get that money back and get it reinvested. That is definitely a good strategy. It's like the Walmart strategy where they run off like 1% margin, but they still make billions a year. I think it's 2% margin they run on. But yeah, or it's like kind of my strategy where, where I basically buy stuff and I'm not looking to churn it right away. Obviously, if I could, I would, but then I'm happy to kind of like hold the stock. And I know what price I want to hit, and it might take 2 or 3 months to get there, but I'm going to make that profit. It all depends basically kind of where you're on your Amazon journey, but I'd say definitely get it in, get it sold, get the money back, get it churned. Basically what you're doing is, one, you're making some money, which means you can get that money back and reinvest it into more stock. It's the whole argument of like, are you better off making like 30% ROI twice a year or 15% ROI 4 times a year? I mean, they're pretty much the same, but not quite. But yeah, one thing, you're making money. So get stuff in, get it churned, get it out. The second one is you're getting experience. You're buying stuff, which is something you learn. It's part of the learning process. You're analyzing deals, which again is learning the process. You're getting it sent into Amazon. You're getting a sale, which is good to show Amazon you're serious, but also, you're from every sale you should be learning, and if you make a mistake, you learn from that. Get your money back and get it churned. So I think in that kind of first year, and there's a phrase out there, first year's for learning, second year's for earning. For me, definitely was like that as well. I can't remember how much I made in my first year, 10, 15 grand. I can't remember exactly, still not bad. Hey, but, But yeah, you just want to get out there and get selling basically, and just accept that it's not easy, but just learn basically. The next bit of advice I'm going to give you is go where the sales are. If you can't find deals, just go where the sales are. Everything I buy is on sale. And again, someone today mentioned to me, I had a call with someone and they mentioned, I'm doing reverse sourcing. I just said, I hate reverse sourcing so much. It is the worst sourcing method. Especially the vanilla one. I mean, it's okay if you use it in certain ways, but which is one of the things we teach in the mentorship program is like advanced, like reverse sourcing, which is fine. But like vanilla reverse sourcing is literally the dumbest sourcing method ever. Because I literally say I can't even reverse source my store. Like I've got a thing I'm selling right now, all right, or lots of things basically. Let me show you. I'm literally going to go through now. I'm going to show you. So I've got this one here, for example. I'd love to get more of these. I'm not getting rich off these, but I sell 3 or 4 or 5 a day. Or I can't remember how many I sell a day. I can't get any more of those at that price. So when they're gone, they're gone. Pretty much everything, to be fair, with my one is when they're gone, they're gone. So I can't even rebuy my own stuff. This is one of my favorite ones right now. This is a sick one. I've got 18 of these, all right, and I'm down to my last 8. I wish I could buy 100 of these. I genuinely wish. So someone who's reverse sourcing me, what is the freaking point? I can't even buy it again. And it's just non-stop basically. I can't even buy my own stuff. If I could rebuy all these deals, I'd be driving around in a Lambo like inside 1 year basically. Some of these ones are A2As or they're just limited stock and I just couldn't get as much as I wanted. So go where the sales are is the best advice I can give you. And yeah, the way you can do that in newsletters is a great way. I've not made no secret about that before. Again, that's one of the methods we teach in the mentorship program is there's about 13 different strategies, 13 sourcing strategies we teach you. Newsletters is one of them. A2A is another one, to be fair. We teach you Cogito as well. So there's 3 of them I'll give you as little freebies, basically. But there's so many more as well that are way better as well. So saying that newsletters is like underrated, to be fair. I think that's the most underrated method out there, basically. So newsletter sourcing and sales sourcing. And just go where the sales are. So Neil Harves, so I hope that helps anyway. So Brad's saying, completely new, got my first Ungated yesterday, ordered 6 products so far, just waiting Ungates for other 5. Cool, yeah, so yeah, just get the Ungates going. It can be frustrating at times. What the other tip I'll give you as well actually reminds me is go shallow and wide. So don't copy me where I go 100, 200,000 deep, whatever I do. I've got 3.5 years experience on this. I've got a vast amount of capital, a decent amount of capital behind me. I can go and feel confident when on things going deep. You need to buy as wide as possible and get 2, 3, 4. I think 6 is fine. I think I started off pretty much buying 10 units. I think 5 or 3 is a pretty good number, something around there. And just get just a variety of products into Amazon and getting experience, basically. Experience just means everything, doesn't it, realistically, in any field out there. So when you're young, I remember people saying, "Oh, you need experience." Experience. It's like, what? It makes no difference. When you actually get older, like me, you're like, "Oh, actually, experience makes a big difference." You've been around you've been around the block a little bit, and it does actually make a difference. So just getting experience on the platform. So Neil Harv saying, "Can we create a new listing for branded perfume if it isn't available on Amazon?" Yes, you can. Yeah. So I've not done it myself, to be fair, but I've got permission in the past to make a Nike sneaker listing. They let me create Nike. Essentially what happened is I asked them and they said, yes, you can do it under Nike. I actually think this is definitely a method that's definitely underrated, and it's one I probably need to look into more, actually, because I think this actually could be quite good. I think this is actually a really good method. I say I did it in the past. I bought a bunch of sneakers. There were Air Jordans, and there was like 1 or 2 of the sizes just weren't on Amazon, basically. I think I just went and bought like size 6 all the way to size 13, every half size in between. It's 14 sizes total. So I know all this stuff now because I've sold nearly 4,000 Nike sneakers on Amazon. I don't really do them anymore though. But yeah, and there was like a few sizes that weren't there. So I basically tried to create a listing, and what I did essentially, it sent a request to Amazon to like unlock the Nike brand, and they basically got back to me and said, look, you got 20, we'll unlock Nike for you for 24 hours, and you can create any listings you want. Or I assume it's any listings, or that listing, I can't remember. It might just be one listing, but I'm pretty sure it's any you want. And I was able to create that one listing, and well, I kind of went through the process, then gave up because I was like, oh, creating listings are a real pain in the butt, to be honest with you. I was like, oh, I'll just eBay it. I had like 2 of them. I was like, I'm just going to eBay it while I'm going through this rigmarole of creating a listing, because it is a pain. Built for Graft, seen it, so he knows, he got private label brands, so he knows about this kind of stuff. But creating listings is a pain. But yes, I think you can. So if you are engaged on it, I think you can. I'd go out there and ask and try it, and just say, look, I've got this, can I create a listing for it? As long as you do it under the correct brand, I don't see why it's an issue. I actually think that could be a very interesting thing. I'm going to make a note on that, actually, because I think it's a good one. Could be quite an underrated method, actually. I'm just going to create it. Cool. Okay, I made a note on that one anyway. So I think it's a good question. So yeah, just ask Amazon as well. Open a case and say, look, I've got this thing. It's not on Amazon. Can I add it to Amazon under the correct brand? I don't see why there'd be an issue. So, but I'm not an expert on it. But yeah. Adrian saying it's a shame could get it linked up with BuyWhat Pro, where most of us use SaaS. Yeah, how do they link up again? I can't remember, to be honest with you. It's like chipping away at a mountain. Yeah, it is exactly like chipping away at a mountain. It is, yeah. It just takes time, but it's one of those things where it is it does seem like, if you're climbing a mountain, for example, and you're at the beginning of it, the beginning of the mountain, like, it seems so big, but if you just chip every day away at it, you'll eventually get there, like one step at a time, essentially. The other thing as well is, like, whenever you have, and I used to teach this to people who used to, because I used to be a software engineer, I had people under me, I used to teach them how to code. Well, they only know how to code, but actually they've only been through like a boot camp, how to actually code in the real world and things like that. And it's obviously taking a complex problem and just breaking it down into small problems, which is essentially a similar thing you do with Amazon as well. Just like, you've got a very big task, you're just breaking it down and just like one day of sourcing a time, one day of selling a time, and you'll be surprised where you end up, basically. So, and I've said it a few times now publicly, but I'm looking to now get to 30,000 profit a month. That's my new kind of goal for next year. So hence why I'm freaking hardcore sourcing now, because I want to basically smash that. And, one thing that I do, because I do so many things, I do the mentorship program that I've got, which is my first priority, to be fair. I do the YouTube, I do the Amazon FBA, do all this stuff. Sometimes my sourcing gets neglected, but I've been really hardcore now. And when that happens, your results suffer. And that's why I pretty much hover between like 8 and 10,000 a month. But I've set myself a new floor now. I want to hit 30,000. I'm not even doing 20. I'm going straight to 30, basically. Obviously, I'm going to hit 20 through there, but my goal is 30, and I just, the way I'm doing that, I just got to triple what I'm doing, basically, which honestly, I don't put that much effort into sourcing, to be honest with you. Honestly, at times, it is pathetically low, actually, how little I source these days. Obviously, this kind of past 2 weeks, 2 weeks, I've been okay. Been ramping up again. But yeah, and just taking advantage of the deals that are out there, basically, and really ramping up. So Brad, that's exactly why 10 was a good number, to be fair, for ungating as well, Brad, 100%, yeah. So but yeah, just keep going. It can be tough. Hey Zara, how's it going? Thanks for joining us. It is tough as a new seller. Firstly, as a new seller, you're in essentially like Amazon jail, almost, not jail, but like probation period. There's the brands, like, again, one of my mentees today, I was giving them loads of these good A2A leads, and they're like, oh, we're hard gated on that one, we're hard gated on that, and I'm like, oh, it sucks, because it's because you're like your new sellers. So I was like, oh, you just got to get through that probation period first, and then once you do that, all these brands and stuff are going to unlock for you and can actually sell them. But yeah, so Brad saying, just worried they won't ungate me on them. Hey, it can happen. Ungating anxiety, I think, a new term I'm going to coin. It is a real thing, basically, and it's, but look, with OA, you can return things. If things don't work out, you can return them. Just make sure you've got all your I's dotted and your T's crossed when it comes to these things. I was going to say crossed. Make sure the billing address on those invoices, and you have got an invoice, by the way, is correct and matches the details on your seller account. Is very important. Make sure you're obviously buying the number of units, correct number of units. Sometimes it is 100, sometimes it's not 10, sometimes it's 100. For example, there were loads of Canon deals yesterday. I think I'm not ungated on Canon. I had to skip them, and I was like, well, should I order 100 printers, And I was like, well, I don't know if I want to tie up basically 13 grand on an ungate, and have all those printers sat in the warehouse while I'm trying to ungate Canon. So I actually skipped on them, but there was loads of deals there, but it's a real thing. Basically, it's tough. Amazon, you're in the worst time to essentially start Amazon in terms of ungating, because one, you're a brand new seller, two, you're in Q4, and three, ungating's really hard right now. But I think come New Year, obviously you will have a few months under your belt. It's 3 months normally you need. You'll have some sales under your belt. Even if you have to break even on stuff, just get some sales under your belt. Prove to Amazon it's 3 months of selling, basically. Hopefully in the new year, ungating is going to get easier. Some of my mentees have been able to ungate some really good brands like Lego, Duplo, Playmobil, Funko, all these ones basically. A few other ones as well I won't mention. But yeah, so the ungating it can be done. It just takes, and be persistent as well. If you get rejected, open up on the same. You need to use the same case. Keep reapplying on there. Even type the words manual review in, and just keep going basically. So yeah, and I've mentioned mentoring a few times, by the way. I do a mentoring program. If you're interested, there's a link below. We can have a chat, and it's a discovery call. We'll have a chat. I'll show you the program. You can decide if you want to jump in basically. That 10th person's still not paid yet, so technically we're at the old price still. But I really need to chase that person actually and say, are you actually going to do this or not? Because you need to get off the fence basically. I understand obviously it's a lot of money, but honestly, every single person in the mentorship program is literally blown away by it. It is crazy. It literally blown away by it. We've even got one person actually who is doing another mentoring program they actually did beforehand. And yeah, ours is way better, basically. So this person is doing two concurrently. And it just speaks for itself, basically. It is good. So anyway, if you're interested, link below, basically. Link for Cogito as well below there. So, Adrian's saying, I just DM'd you my results first. Okay, nice, cool. So yeah, can I share that one, Adrian? Can I share that? Let us know. I'll save it anyway, just in preparation. But yeah, I know you've had a tough time, Adrian. It's you just got to keep pushing though. You've got to keep pushing through. It is tough, and I know you've had some setbacks and stuff, and we do have setbacks in business and life, and you just got to keep going, basically. So Adrian's done 600 units now in stock. Not exactly, you just got to keep going and keep pushing the stock in and stuff. So, Brad, I mean, if you want to have a chat about it, book a call. We can have a chat and see. I did reveal the price last time. I don't like to just say the price because obviously it seems like a lot. I like to obviously, tell you what it is first, all the benefits, all that kind of stuff, and we can go from there basically. And then I'll obviously tell you the price of it. And we can talk and see if it's right for you. But yeah, book a call and we can have a chat basically. That's the best way. So links below, in that call as well, you can ask me questions about Amazon. So you can take advantage, even if you decide you don't want to do mentoring, it's fine. There's no hard sales by me. I literally say to people, go sleep on it. Because I always like to sleep. I'm the worst salesman ever. That's something you should never do, by the way, to tell people to go sleep on it. But I like to, whenever I'm making a big decision, investing money or whatever I'm buying, whatever I'm doing, I like to go and sleep on it, or just at least just get a step away from the computer, relax, just think about it without that pressure. So there's no hard sells at all, don't worry about it. I basically just tell you what it is, all the benefits, give you the price, answer any questions, and then you can go away and think about it basically. So so don't be worried about booking a call basically, because that's just not my style. And it probably does cost me sales, but I'm never going to be one of those people that does the hard sell. It's not my nature really. So if people want to do it, they do it basically. So here we go, Adrian's results. So this is for it's all time. Desktop, I think, where did I save it to? Here we go. So these are Adrian's results. So I know Adrian's been having a tough time on Amazon, but look, you're making good progress, mate. You made money in your first month of doing a business. I'm not saying you're going to get rich off this, but you've made money. You've got a ridiculous ROI actually, considering I think you bought some stuff that meant to be break even just to get some sales in you, but you're doing pretty well and got, and sold 60 units. So, and got 1,000 sales as well, which I don't ever really look at sales myself, but yeah, nice one though. To get 1,000 sales, that's a good little benchmark to be fair, a good little milestone. So yeah, I mean, it's just it's just a matter of scale at this point. Why can't you just 10x what you're doing, and make 2,000 profit a month? Well, we know why, because Amazon's being a bit of a being a bit of a pain right now, but time will fix that basically 100%. and then you'll be able to 10x what you've done, and you're brand new as well, and so there's no 6 weeks. There you go. I thought it was a little longer than a month, but so it just shows you, there's no reason you can't 10x what you've done there. No problem. Sounds like a lot, but it genuinely isn't. Like, and then you've made £2,000, which is like, I don't know, like 1,500 or something a month. That's not bad, to be fair. I know there's obviously some expenses and stuff. That is gross profit. Let's be truthful. There are, like, Adrian had some losses. In terms of like Amazon lost some stock and reimbursement was terrible, things like that. But it shows you basically you can do it. So. But it's anyway, so Brad, book a call with me. It's down below, book a call, and we'll have a chat about the mentorship. If anyone else is watching in the future, or anyone watching now wants to book a call with me, book the call, we'll have a chat, go through the program, and basically the price is going to go up by £1,000 basically. So get the call. If you lock it in, basically book the call in, then I'll kind of like block off that price for you. You can be in at the old price, and that'll be honoured until like the 10th of January, basically. So there's an incentive for you to book a call, basically, because we've got a lot of people want to start in January. I'm going to say like 5 or 10 people that want to start in January, so a lot of people obviously, I know right now is probably not the best time to start a mentor. And by the way, you don't have to, like, if you want to start in January, it's fine. We can have a call, book it all in. You don't have to pay anything right now. You can say, look, I want to do it in January. It's fine. We'll go, okay, cool, that's fine. Let's revisit it around in January, and we'll go from there, basically. But everyone's been really happy so far. It is tiring and hard work. I'm not going to lie. Doing the mentoring is really hard work. But it's very fulfilling, and I do enjoy it a lot. So cool. Any other questions, guys? It might be a short one today. How many viewers have we got actually? So we've got a good number of viewers actually. 17, 18 viewers. It's nice. We had a peak of 20, which is good. So try to think what else has been going on recently in Amazon space. I don't know really. I'm trying to think. Apart from me just basically spending a load of time sourcing, I've not done much else really. I'm like neglected the old shaving and stuff like that. I need to go and get a haircut. Just so bad. So I need to start taking care of myself a bit more. Oh my god, it's been crazy this past week. Absolutely crazy. And then honestly, Black Friday took us by surprise. I think it took me by surprise anyway. I don't think many people expected it to be this good, and I think it's probably it's definitely going to be up there in one of the best sales this year, in terms of like A2As and stuff, and obviously OA as well has been pretty good. So it's been, and November's been quite quiet up to now as well. And I think that's obviously why, because I think people were waiting for Black Friday sales to buy stuff. So today's been a really good day for me. People have been obviously holding their money, waiting to see what was on sale, whether they wanted a new TV or actually reminds me, my parents' new TV arrives tomorrow. Whether they wanted a new laptop or tablet, or whatever. They've been waiting and buying now, and there's actually some pretty good deals out there, to be fair. So, So Adrian's saying, to be fair, folks, I paid for mentoring elsewhere, but most of the gains have been from this guy's tip. Appreciate it. Thank you. That's for free as well. Happy to help, mate. So happy to help, honestly. So there is so much free knowledge out there as well. So I do the mentoring, which is paid. You can go through my YouTube channel. There's a plethora of knowledge on there. And like I say, if you've got any questions, DM me or just use the FBA Moguls group. We've got the link below as well. There's a group in there of over 2,100 people, and I won't say all willing to help you, but there's a lot of them willing to help you. I'm obviously in there as well, so you can ask questions in there, and it's good, to be fair. So anyway, so it's just been a long old day, to be fair. So but any other questions, throw them out there. I'm running out of things to talk about, basically. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, I've been dealing with a lot of my returns, actually. You can probably see behind me. That was good to kind of deal with all that as well. I sent a lot of that back to Amazon, actually. One thing that really annoys me is like Amazon treat your stock like crap. Like when they return stuff to you, they just don't pack it well. So a few of those, I've had probably about a 10-15% attrition rate on stuff that I've had to just like have to eBay because they're just in bad condition. Couldn't send them back to Amazon. But I managed to get a bunch of stuff back. I've got a pile of returns I just need to go through. Things that have been like returned to me. I need to make some claims with Amazon. Things that have been missing, like accessories and stuff, and things like that. Boxes missing. Trying to get some reimbursement back on that one. And then stuff I just need to eBay, basically. So some stuff back there, I should say. This needs to go on eBay, so that's my job as well. At some point this week, I need to, now's a good time, by the way, to eBay all your junk, because obviously people are spending for Christmas, even on eBay. So it's a good time to go through that. But I've got another pile in my living room that I need to deal with, bulkier stuff generally. But yeah, I just every now and then I get a bottle of perfume or aftershave back, and I'm like, oh god, another aftershave to put on the pile. Because what can you do with an open? I mean, I suppose you could eBay it, but I mean, gift. I mean, I've gifted so many aftershaves; it's ridiculous. Yeah, all sorts. My family have got well stocked up on aftershaves, but yeah, these returns kind of suck when people buy an aftershave. It actually shouldn't be allowed to be returned, to be fair, but they buy an aftershave, they open it, they use it a little bit, don't like it for whatever reason, they return it. It sucks. Sometimes even return it without a box. They just return the bottle. It's just ridiculous, but it's one of those downsides of Amazon, really. So Neil Harvey's saying, is it better to have a prep centre close to home? Obviously, there are benefits, but the main thing you should be looking at is it reliable? That's the most important thing. And then secondary to that is like how close it is to home, because there's no point having a crap one close to home. One of my mentees went with a prep centre. It was actually on my kind of recommendation because it was in the same city as him. And then that prep centre, they're good guys who are in the prep centre. I won't say who they are, but they're good guys. They had 3 people quit on them, and they just had to basically like not shut down the prep center, but like scale back massively because they're just getting overwhelmed and they can't keep up with a volume of stock coming in. So that actually mentee has now moved on to another prep center now. So it's just one of those ones really. But yeah, basically the main priority is just getting one that's reliable. So Adrian's saying, is the plan for OA Hero to go on Chrome Store? Oh, thank you. I appreciate it, mate. OA Hero, yeah, my Chrome extension. It is a good bit of software, to be fair, for honestly one price of $150. Not often you get software these days where you just pay one price and you get lifetime access. But it just gives you loads of information, to be fair. There's a couple of little bugs in it here and there, like sometimes it shows twice and stuff. But it's a Chrome extension. I'll show you guys if you want. So we've got basically, give you an idea of what OA Hero does. So this is what it shows on the Amazon page. So if there's no warnings, it now tells you this is a new thing. It's called OA Hero. It's oahero.com. It's £150 for a lifetime. So it shows you basically on the Amazon page if there's any warnings about a product. So, and also now we updated it based on user feedback to basically even show when there's nothing to show, if that makes sense, just so you know it's kind of working. But let me pick up like Hugo Boss, for example. Well, actually, someone asked me today, said, Clinique, you can't sell Clinique anymore. I was like, he's like, when did that happen? I was like, mate, why don't you get OA Hero? It's actually a really good friend of mine. I was, mate, I'm a bit disappointed you don't have OA Hero. I thought you did. Basically, because there you go. I'm not saying I have every brand on here, but this is one I do. So, we can say here, this brand has got the hard gated label on there. It's got the general info saying this brand became hard gated on 3rd of September 2025. So, that shows up on Amazon. That's just one of the features to try and keep you out of trouble, basically. So let me pick like a simpler one like Hugo Boss. Just again, saves you. It's going to save you from making a mistake. Again, like this one here is one of the simpler sort of messages where it's like Boss, is hard gated. So it tells you IP, PL, hard gated, transparency, and a few others I can't remember. But not only that as well, it tells you about. It does the exact same thing on Cogita, to be fair. So those labels I just showed you happen on Cogita as well. But the other good thing as well is it tells you about store information. So if you go to a website like John Lewis, for example, I'm just going to screenshot here. Scroll down a bit. It will give you information on the stores. People ask me all the time, can I ungate with John Lewis? Can I ungate with this site? Does this site give invoices? Does this site care about order limits? Well, here you go. John Lewis. Is it reseller friendly? Yes. What's the quantity? Varies on product. Order limit per day? None. General info. John Lewis does not care about order limits. No need to switch accounts, change details. You can loop orders. You can just literally rinse John Lewis. Do they give VAT invoices? Yes. Are they suitable for ungating? Yes. And how do you get the VAT invoice? It's on the order page, and then you've got the VAT number as well when you go VAT registered. So that knowledge is from me for the past 3.5 years, basically. I'm not saying it's an extensive, it's got every website on there and every brand, but it's got a lot of them. And obviously it's user feedback as well. Transparency. Yeah, exactly, Adrian. But one thing I've got a problem right now is that to put it onto Chrome Store, they want me to basically, what I've done is essentially like, what's called obfuscation of the code, basically. So it's not human readable, and Chrome Store want me to basically make it plain text so that it's readable. So I need to just go through and make sure security is all good and stuff. I mean, it is, but I just need to double check and just make sure it's okay. And before I kind of submit it to the Chrome Store, where they essentially get you the code's readable. So yeah, it's one of those things I have to accept. But yeah, it'll be so much easier. Because every update I do, we have to obviously download the new version, which sucks, for you guys to remove the old one and add the new one. I get that. It's a pain point. So I want to get it on the Chrome Store so that I can just, every time I make an update on it, it just basically, like little updates here and there, it just gets auto-updated on your Chrome extension. So that's something I really want to work on at some point. But honestly, right now, over here is a little bit on the back burner. But it works. That's the thing. The data's there. We update it. There could be a few more features improvements in there. We do actually have, by the way, I'm not sure I'm going to make it OA Hero exclusive, or I might just add it into my OFB Moguls for free. But my developer's working on a Discord bot for us. It's an Ungate bot. So you basically will just be able to put in like Ungate and then the brand, like Versace, and it'll give you 1 or 2 retailers you can use to Ungate that brand. So that's something that's coming as well. I'm not sure if I should make it OA Hero only or I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, because I've had to pay for that to be developed. But I might just make it free in the FBA Mogul server. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. But yeah, I need to review that code and approve it basically. So yeah. But yeah, I do want to get it on the Chrome Store. It's just a few niggling things basically, which I'm just like, well, I just have to just get it done and get it out there basically, and accept that it'll be a pain. Also need to activate, right now you need a license as well. So obviously you get the license, you need to put license key in. That right now isn't a check that's done, but that's going to be at some point as well, because I'm sure some people have shared it around. So that'll be fixed at some point as well. But yeah, right now it's but yeah, anyway, £150 for lifetime. You can't go wrong. Honestly, it'll save you. And yeah, that's what it's for basically. It's to save you from buying the wrong brands, and it also as well gives you that retailer information as well, which is ridiculously valuable. Like, you find a good deal on John Lewis, for example, and now you can go on there and you can loop orders. You made your money back already from the Chrome extension, like in like one order probably, depending on what you're looping. But knowing you can do that, and John Lewis just don't care, or whatever site, whether they care or don't care, and what extent you need to go to get multiple orders through. But yeah, it's a good bit of software, to be fair. Then there's nothing like it in the UK right now. So there is one in America called OA Buddy. I'm not gonna lie, I took inspiration from them, but there wasn't one in the UK. So but yeah, I just don't necessarily promote it as often as I should. But yeah, sponsored by OA Hero, this video. But yeah, so that's what happens when you have too many projects on and too many fingers and too many pies. Some things get a little bit neglected, but it's saying that it works. It's got good features, and that's the main thing really. So we just done that UI update on it as well. So I've got a developer in the background. The main bottleneck, to me honest, is just me reviewing the code. That's pretty much, and testing it. That's pretty much the bottleneck. So the developer in the background is working on this stuff. She says she maybe just got a bot. That's the thing at the moment she's working on, and then yeah, I think it's pretty much done now. I just need to review the code, and then we'll probably do some more on OA Hero, to be fair. Get some more features out. But yeah, it's just me reviewing the code, testing it, and deploying it and stuff like that. So yeah, still doing a little bit of developing. I quite enjoy it actually. I did some the other day and I quite enjoyed it. Forgot how much I enjoyed coding, to be fair. So Helen's saying use OA Hero this afternoon for Boots. Got 3 invoices back. Use the link. There you go. That's awesome. I'm glad it helped you. It just makes your life a little bit easier. That's the thing. It makes your life easier, saves you from yourself, and yeah, helps you make money technically by knowing how much you can order. But yeah, Boots, wow. Be careful with Boots though, because you will get banned at some point if you don't stay under that radar. Like they are super strict, Boots, but really stay under that radar if you can. But yeah, oh my god, I am so tired. Thank you, Adrian, for that. for mentioning that, by the way. So that's crazy. Nice. There you go. That's pretty good. Maybe Boots have automated the invoice system, because I always thought it was stupid that these sites, you have to essentially it's like the old school thing. You submit an invoice request and then it like goes to the accounts department, and then little Reeves from accounts, Rachel from accounts, if you get the reference, sits there and like manually types out the invoice or generates the invoice manually. And obviously these sites get hundreds of these a day. Like, it's a job that that doesn't need to exist. This stuff could be automated. The invoice can be generated automatically, and there's no need to have someone literally do it manually. So I always find it weird. Sports Direct was a site, for example. I used to rinse that site for Nike sneakers, and they did used to send an invoice in the shipment. To be fair, a paper invoice, which was fine, but sometimes it was missing. So I'd have to then chase them up, and they'd take them they'd have to. It was just a pain. Eventually, they just automated it, and now the invoices you can you get them for free on every order on the order page, basically. So, but yeah. So, hey Jacob, how's it going, buddy? You all good? How's the new warehouse going? Have you moved yet? You've got the wrong name on. 1 week until D-Day. Yeah. Oh, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Adrian, no, it's exactly. So I've got something going through right now which needs to be done before the budget. So I'm praying we can get it done in time. But yeah, otherwise I'm going to get stung for a ridiculous amount of tax. So, this is the personal, fair enough. Mate, yeah. Oh, me too, mate. Honestly, it's insane. Like, obviously, yeah, you're moving warehouse, scale up and stuff. Yeah, you must be ridiculously busy. I've been crazy busy with all the Quigita, Quigita 808s. They've been crazy, honestly, absolutely crazy. And yeah, it's just been absolutely mental, to be honest with you. So, but yeah, but what's your name? What's your company name, Jacob? I forget. You've changed it recently. Amazon's created a few listings for me. Nice. Is this my Amazon? What is going on? Oh, okay. I was wondering what the hell. I was looking at my listings. I was like, what? They're not my listings, but I typed something in. I was like, okay. I was getting a bit worried there. I was like, what's going on? But yeah. Any other questions, guys? Okay. Sniper's saying, should you get ungated for a brand before looking for that lead in the brand, or do you? I think you should find a lead, because you may never find a lead unless maybe it's a brand like someone gives you a hint on, or there's loads of leads out there. Maybe you can kind of ungate it before, but generally I say it's when you kind of find a lead, just either buy 10 units of that. Now there's a slight risk in the fact that you buy it and you're wasting your time. You buy it and you can't get ungated, but in general just buy the lead and then ungate it, basically. I feel like I'm losing my voice actually, so yeah, we'll probably wrap this up at like 9:00 because I'm I just need to go and chill on the sofa. I've literally not relaxed in like 2 weeks. I basically it's really weird. I'm literally sleeping or working, basically. There's no like downtime where I'm watching TV. I'm just literally like sleeping or working. A little bit of eating in there as well. But yeah, I need to go for an exercise as well. Actually, not been out in a while. So bad. But yeah, that's the way to go around it, Sniper, is, yeah, definitely find deals first. Because you might ungate a brand and then just never find a deal and you just wasted your time. There's no point really. And sometimes ungates, if you do it the wrong way around, it costs you money. An ungate, you might be losing £1 or £2 per unit. If you're buying 10 units, you lost 10, 20 quid. So it's fine if you got a big deal to buy, or you bought a big deal, you don't mind doing the ungate that way. But other than that, it's so it tends to be, it's a free ungate essentially if you buy a lead. Just make sure you buy from sites that give invoices and you follow all the rules basically. But yeah, and don't forget to check out fbamogul.com. There's loads of articles on there. Like literally, we've got loads of articles about all sorts of Amazon topics as well. Another good tip for anyone who's new, by the way, or wants to learn about Amazon, or even if you're an existing Amazon seller. There's loads of articles on there, loads to learn on there. New articles coming out every single week. I think we probably release like between 5 and 10 articles every single week. I can't guarantee anything, Sniper. Nope, can't guarantee it. I'll get ungated. Where do I hold these 10 units when I'm trying to ungate it? I'm in-house. Yeah, this is the tricky part, right? What I tend to do in the past, and even now to a certain extent, is I'll get those 10 units sent to me, while the ungate's happening. That way, if I need to, I can send them back. Now, a prep center can work. You can use a prep center to ungate. They'll probably hold them for 30, 60 days. Then if you want, you can always send them back, I suppose. But, that's a bit more of a pain, really. So, yeah, excuse me, God, I'm so tired. It is a pain, ungating's a pain, but yeah, you just got to kind of take that gamble and make a decision on what you're going to do there. But, if you follow the rules and do everything right, in theory, you should get ungated. You just got to keep trying. But it's, there's no guarantees in anything, basically. Can't guarantee it. If you say to me, I'm a new seller, I'm trying to ungate Packer or a band, you got no chance, basically. If you're trying to ungate Lego or Duplo, yeah, sure, you got a very good chance. Oh, by the way, there are some obvious brands out there like Lego. Just get on that ungated. Things like that. Hot Wheels, another one. There are some brands out there. It's like, yeah, get ungated. But you have a little, I guess, have a little think and have a look around, basically. What's the fastest way to get 200 sales to get in Amazon's good books? I don't know if it is 200 sales. It's definitely 3 months or around 3 months. It probably is. It might be 100, 200 sales. I'm not sure exactly how many sales it is. I mean, I don't think even Amazon tell us this, but basically just buy stuff if you're worried about getting through that probation period, just buy stuff that's like break even or barely profitable. Just get the sales under your belt, basically. Now, the thing is, there are good enough deals out there that you can make money. So, but if you're really struggling, just sell brands that you're ungated on. There are ones out there. And if you have to just make a little bit of money or break even, just do it and just get the sales under your belt and get learning as well. You're paying for an education, maybe in a way. But yeah, find us and make a loss, or ideally don't make a loss, but like if you can break even, that'd be ideal, basically. But yeah, find brands that you can sell. Do some RA as well. RA can be pretty good, especially this time of year. Go out and do some RA. Retail arbitrage, for those who don't know. I was getting a headache now. I'm going to call this in 5 minutes. I don't know what's wrong with me. I just need to go and lie down, watch some TV or something, or just, I don't know, I was going to read a book. But yeah, who reads books these days? Listen to an audiobook or something. But yeah, definitely going to be taking a chill weekend this weekend, actually. Turn the computer off, just relaxing. I might go shopping. Might go and buy myself a new watch, actually, for Christmas. So I was looking at the other day, and I found one that I like, so maybe I'll go and buy one. I'm not sure. Not that I need a new watch, but yeah. Treat myself, building a collection of watches. So stupid. But yeah, I'm not sure yet, but I need to go and chill this weekend. So I might go to Meadowhall and just wander around and get a meal and just, last time I went to Meadowhall, I bought that there, which is a Star Wars print. So yeah, I wonder if I got a picture of that. I think I shared it before. Yeah, just literally walked past an art gallery, walked in, and then it was so silly. I was like, I thought last time I came here you had Star Wars stuff, and I thought, oh yeah, they're in the back, and then they bought a few out, and I was like, yeah, okay, that's pretty good, I'll take that. I literally walked out, spent 1,400 quid on a one of one Star Wars print, not print, it's a drawing. Yeah, so that doesn't. I never do that, by the way. I'm the least spontaneous spender ever. But yeah, for whatever reason, that picture just like wowed me, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna take that, basically. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's cheaper than the car, mate. Yeah, I'm not going to get a fast car for a while. It'll be at some point, but it's silly, really. So, yeah, next brilliant thing is going to be... Hey, Big Chaz, how's it going? Yeah, I'm good, thank you, cheers. Actually about to wrap it up, to be honest. I've got a bit of a headache now, and I'm very tired from what... How have you found the A2A deals today? Yeah, they've been freaking amazing. I've been literally buying all day. It's been non-stop for me. Oh, I just literally like my brain was mush. I did some mentoring calls as well and a few other bits, and today, just by the time I got to like 4 o'clock, I was just done. Basically, my brain was just like... It was just done. But it's been amazing today. So, Dubai's the big move next. That's the big thing. So for next year. So that's the thing. I probably won't go and buy a watch. I need to save my pennies for that, basically. And yeah, see how that goes. I don't know if I end up buying there. Probably not, but we'll see. So anyway, any last final questions before we wrap it up? I've got a couple of minutes left, and I'm literally just gonna go. I'm not even hungry, actually. I'm just going to go and sit on the sofa, but just like watch some brain rot TV or something. I don't know what I'm going to watch. But yeah, I was going to watch something on TV. Probably just throw some Rick and Morty on or something. Just relax, basically. Any final questions? Otherwise, we'll wrap it up there. But again, if anyone's interested in mentoring, anyone's interested in Cogita, the link's in the description below. If you want to literally change your Amazon business, turn your Amazon business, learn how to source properly, and make a success of Amazon, then the mentoring program is the best way, basically. So everyone who's done it so far is really happy, like ridiculously happy, actually, like not just happy, like ridiculously happy. So link for that in description. It is the best program out there by far, in my opinion, but I think it is. The link's there. We can have a chat and see if you're interested and make sure it's right for you as well and go from there, basically. But even if you want to do it in January, we a lot of people starting in January. But yeah, I'm going to wrap it up there. Sniper, you'll have to listen back, mate. I think I said, listen back, mate. Once this is finished, it'll be available in like an hour or two, I think. I need to go now. I'm literally I'm done. What time will the lives be while you're away? I'll literally do the exact same time, Adrian. So it'll It'll be later in the evening for me, but I'll be probably doing the exact same time. But yeah, so it's got to be done, hasn't it? So like today, I really didn't want to do the live, but I was like, no, I'm going to have a nap, come back. It's got to be done. Got to stick to the schedule as much as I can. But I'll be sticking to that in Dubai as well. And having some more interesting vlogs and stuff as well. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Massively appreciate it. Sniper, your answer, if you just listen back, you'll get that as well. Anyone who didn't watch this live and is watching afterwards, thank you as well. Massively appreciate it. And I'll see you guys Monday 8 p.m. for the next live. And I'll try and do some sourcing. I'm going to do probably quick eater sourcing or something on Monday. Try and get something a bit more interactive. And maybe I'll do another tier list thing actually. Maybe I'll do one of those. I'm not sure. I'll make it a more interactive one though. A bit more interesting. But yeah, thanks guys. Massively appreciate it. I'll see you guys on